Hey y'all, it's Mr. Ropes from Ropes and Wings Ranch. To give me a second here because I'm trying something new. So we're going live on YouTube. Let me get some things organized. And all right, I think, let's see here. I want to record it too. Bear with me because it's the first time that I've done this on live using Zoom. We're going to see how it goes. So I think we're all good to go. And let me, all right, let me start off by saying that I felt like I need to get on here and go live and maybe clarify some things. We did an awesome interview with Charlie Zeiss a few days ago, me, Caps, and Tilly, and it was an amazing video, amazing interview. It lasted 2 hours long if you got all through that. But we were talking and discussing the power of the pyramids. And I just want to get on here today. I felt like I need to clarify some things about how the pyramids work and maybe remove some of that dogma, that programming that's been going on with us of how symbols and frequency and shapes um, are evil or demonic, I guess you might say. I had a few comments, and I feel like I just need to clarify. But to do that, I first want to go back into my past to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at today. One of the things, I over the past 2 days, I've been seeing reoccurring numbers and just basically point in the direction that this is what I needed to do. And just before I got on here, I saw 1111. Before that, I saw 1010. And you might think it's hogwash, but numbers and symbols mean something. It's how higher source, higher power talk to us. So I've been observing and signs and numbers, and amazing what is communicated us, and we have just blew it off. Denied our intuition because that's how they want us to be, to keep us in control, to keep us in fear, to feed off our souls. Um, so over the past few months, I've had basically woke up to the fact and realized who and what we actually are. And I'd like to go into that and kind of give you an idea of our past, or my past. Not so we all have the capabilities of intuition. We all have the abilities to heal ourselves. Our bodies heal themselves. The body cells replicate every 3 to 5 years. You basically have a brand new body. And the only reason that we have disease is those traumas and blockages in our past keep getting brought forward into um, our bodies, which causes disease. So I want to dive into and bring up the information that's been suppressed from us on health and history and religion. And I think to best do that, I need to go back in my past, and I'm going to get a little personal, and I might offend some people that have been in my past by bringing this up, but you know what? I really don't care. All the negative things that have happened in the past have brought me to where I am today. And now that I realize that, I look back and I'm thankful for those times of, that I thought the whole world was crashing and things were going shitty, And now I look back on it, and it was just a direction. I wasn't following the signs on major stuff, so I wasn't following the signs. And then something major had to happen to redirect my path. So I felt like I needed to talk to you all today and make some clarifications, give you an idea of my past, my path, and hopefully it helps you today and realize what you're going through, because we're all going through it. I mean, with the stuff that's going on today, we're all feeling it, and it's perfectly normal. We're realizing who we actually are, and it's time to stop waiting for an outside savior to come save us. We are the savior. Stop waiting on outside medications, things, or someone to come save us, i.e., Mr. T. Be great if he gets back, but let's not wait for it. We're sovereign souls. Let's take our power back and move forward and manifest our reality. So let's go into my past. Well, first off, to make sure that you guys, I'm going to discuss the pyramids and how they actually work, but I don't know if you caught it at all on our previous episode with Charlie Zeiss. He was offering a 10% discount on pyramids, his pyramids that he builds for meditation, prayer, and so I want to make sure that you guys take care of or take advantage of that. But go to his website, stargatepyramids.com, and use Ropes and Wings 10 to get a 10% discount. And he'd really appreciate that, and want to send some business his way. So let's go into my past. I'm going to get kind of personal. So I don't know if anybody knows this, but I was raised as a preacher's kid. As a kid, I realized sitting in church that things didn't make sense. Never made sense to me. No fault of my parents or anybody in my past. They were just doing what they were taught, but it just never made any sense to me as a kid. I guess, i.e., the fact that God is so revengeful that if you screw up in this little short time of we call life right here, right now, that you're going to be punished for an eternity. That don't make sense to me. And so, I mean, I continued with that thought and that teaching all through my life, but it just never made any sense. And I was always the black sheep because it didn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Until now, it makes sense. So growing up, I had a great growing up, man. I appreciate how I was brought up. But I graduated high school, went into college because that's what I thought I was supposed to do. And I started out in drafting or engineering as a degree. And did that for a year. And I realized that wasn't the way I was supposed to go or wanted to go. And it wasn't personal enough for me. So I transferred colleges. I went to another college, and I started then in the RN program because that would always want to be a healer. And I wanted to do that. Yeah. So I was in college and ROTC in college, and I wanted to be a combat nurse, but I couldn't get into my clinicals until for 3 years of being in college and paying for it back there at that time. I couldn't wait that long. I needed to make money to pay for my college. So that summer, I applied to a paramedic program and got accepted, and I got out of that and went to train as a paramedic. So, I mean, that's what I thought I needed to do. I wanted to be a healer. I wanted to be a rescuer. I wanted to help people in need. And graduated from paramedic school, come out and did that. I was back in 1994. So I've been a paramedic for 26 years. I served in all kinds of special teams as a paramedic. I mean, disaster response team. I was a SWAT medic. I was a flight medic. I was a critical care medic. And all those experiences, man, I love those experiences. But doing that for that long, I actually wasn't really a healer like I wanted to do. I was basically a light in crisis situations, because our Western medicine does not teach us the proper way that to help people assist with their health. So moving forward, working in the 911 system, I was a paramedic supervisor, got fired from there. And like I said, all these negative things that happened have brought me forward to where I am today. So I got a job as a critical care paramedic and working for a hospital. That's where I became partners with my wife, Angela. Was married at the time to a narcissistic person. I have 2 kids with her. Didn't really realize how bad it was until one day I'm at work and I'm sitting there on my hands and knees crying about stuff that was going on. And my partner, Angela, come over to comfort me, and I look up and all I see is her face and nothing but radiant light coming from behind her. And right there, I realized that what I needed to do. That's kind of why I call Angela Angel now. But she made me realize what was wrong with what was going on in my life at the time. Moving forward, I divorced my ex, and Angela and I were working together, and we had got together then after that, and realized that what we were doing for the hospital, we weren't really helping anybody. Got passed over for some promotions, and we were just done with it. So we decided we were going to move. We moved then to decided we were going to move to East Tennessee, come down here and look, come across our ranch that we're now on, and things just keep clicking with paths. But it's been a ride. So we ended up on our 258-acre ranch here in East Tennessee. Didn't know what we want to do with it, so we started raising animals because we wanted clean food and clean water, and we didn't want to have to rely on the system to get us food. So we started selling the food at the farmers markets, the meat, and from there it just keeps snowballing and bring us to, well, last year. Everybody feels like that's been the shittiest year ever, but what that year has done has made us realize that it was supposed to happen. It made us realize how important working and doing things for ourselves is. Back when all that started last year, and I dove into a deep research rabbit hole because I couldn't figure out why in the world I was stressed out, fearful, and just generally just, you know, uh, I didn't have anything to be fearful of. I didn't have anything to be scared of. I didn't have any reason to be anxious. All those programs, all those programs are there to keep us in fear and control. So I guess I jumped off there off the live, but hopefully I'm back again. I apologize for my internet. My internet's kind of slow. Where was I going? All these constructs and this programming from our mainstream media, from our religions, from our government, all just to keep us in fear and control. It might sound like I'm rambling, but I'm trying to get to a point. Bring me forward to just a few months ago. Let's go back again. So back when last year, which appears to be the worst year ever for most everybody, it actually isn't. There's a lot of silver linings to last year. People are realizing that it's important to grow their own food, to take care and take responsibility for their own health. We need to now realize that we need to stop waiting for an outside savior to help us. We all are the savior. We create and make our reality happen. Stop waiting for someone to come up with a magic pill to save us. Stop waiting for leaders to come in and save us. We don't need them. We are in control. We're sovereign beings. We have the right to choose. We have the right to do what we need for our own health. And then we can help heal ourselves, and we can help assist other people heal themselves and realize this. And I think it's very important. So my deep dive into research, I realized who we actually are and what we are actually capable. We're all capable of healing. We are all capable of intuition to sense things. We all can do superhuman things if we just realize who we are. So, my buddy Michael Capps and Mike Tilley, we decided that if we're feeling this way, everybody out there is probably feeling the same way. And we wanted to start doing live shows to bring forth information that's been suppressed, history that's been suppressed, and concerns with our health and healing that has been suppressed. And we want to bring that forth. And we want to help you to realize that everything that you're feeling is completely normal. So that's the reason we started doing those shows as a trio, and we would like to continue that. And we're looking for some interesting people to interview to help bring that information to light so you guys can see it. You can take from it what you want, what resonates with you. If you don't like what's being said, then you could turn us off. Don't watch us. But hopefully you can pick up some positive nuggets there and use it for yourself. Hopefully you can pick up some positive nuggets here in this live talk with me. But if it doesn't resonate with you, don't listen to me. It has to ring true with you. We have an internal lie detector. It sits right there at your heart. if someone tells you something that's not true, it doesn't feel right. It feels icky. It feels shitty. It feels, but if it rings true, you'll feel joy, love, all those good emotions that we like to feel. So hopefully that you stay with us for this ride, and hopefully we can help and bring the information to people that are feeling confused and fearful and just generally lost, and hopefully we can help maybe help you get on your path. So got my let's talk about how the power of pyramids work. But I have my pyramid water, and I have some shungite crystals in there uh, to help with the water. So let's talk about pyramids. Let's talk about, these are just tools to assist us uh, focus energy. We are basically walking through a sea of energy. All around us is energy frequencies, and the sacred geometry of the ancients, and symbols and stuff like that, numbers, um, are all to help us assist with healing, with healing ourselves and healing others. So, but these tools just help us focus that energy. I started studying Reiki, not quite finished yet. I On this deep dive into research, I started research in frequency healing and also magnetic healing. And I come across the pyramids, and wanted to discuss those with Charlie Zeiss. And we had an excellent 2-hour discussion. Uh, but I don't think we dove into the stuff that needs to answer, or that the layperson needs answers for. And that is, how that pyramid energy works. So that being said, us walking through a sea of energy, you have negative ions which are actually good, um, and they're from the earth, they're from lightning. The negative ions they're good, they're healing, kind of the same way as walking barefoot through the grass or touching a tree, being grounded, and that's called grounding. So when you're grounded, your body absorbs these good negative ions, which then attach to the bad positive ions like EMF, or um, um, well, I mean, you could put bad negative feelings as uh, those positive ions, like fear and despair. Those are all bad positive ions. So the good negative ions attach to those. Um, it's hard concept to do, the negative and positive, but attached to the positive ions, which are bad, and they get rid of them. So the pyramid, and how the pyramid works, and any sacred geometry for that matter, um, it acts as a funnel, pretty much, that the good negative charged ions um, have a spiral effect up through that pyramid and then out through the top. So it basically focuses it like a funnel to grab those good negatively charged ions to help assist the body, anything, pyramid water, to realign and readjust and get back to center. It also does some EMF shielding as well that we're finding. So, mainstream media, the everything that we've been taught is to show us, or to try to keep us from realizing that what that potential is. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but I guess with the symbols and sacred geometry, I mean, we're programmed to believe that those things are bad, and they're not bad. It's just focusing that good negatively charged ions into that sacred. It helps to bring whatever's in that sacred geometry back to center. So you can use the power of pyramids or other sacred. I mean, there's domes, there's sacred geometry out there everywhere. It's out there in nature. The shells are designed with it. Our cells are designed with it. Our DNA is designed with it. Sacred geometry. It's all sacred geometry, and it helps with the flow of energy, and to bring that energy back to center and to balance it and realign it. And so, anything that you would do in a sacred geometry, and it can be used for bad as well, but it's not my focus. We're using it for the good. We want to bring us back to center. We want to focus the energy and use it to heal and help others. So anything you would do in a pyramid, say prayer, reading a book, meditating, it just helps to focus that energy to be more beneficial to our bodies, our consciousness, and help us to heal. So, and goes with pyramid water. I had let me get back here. I had made a few countertop pyramids as well, where I'd put my water in the pyramid and let it sit for 24 hours and then drink it the next day, because that pyramid helps to focus the energy to help those water molecules to for better absorption, for healing, and all kinds of things. The problem is we don't really have a test to see the energy and how it works. There's no test out there, just like you can't see Wi-Fi waves, or you can't see cellular waves or radio waves, which is all bad, positively charged ions that need to be getting rid of, and we need to be shielding from, because it causes a whole multitude of health issues, from cancers to disease to so the more benefit you can get from a pyramid, from sacred geometry structures that we are in, the better off you are, and the better off your health is. I think at some point I'd like to dive into the more of the health benefits of pyramids and sacred geometry and frequencies in a later discussion. But I just want to get on here live and give you some insights and ideas, and to hopefully get rid of that dogma about symbols and numbers and sacred geometry, because that's what they want us to believe, because they do not want us to wake up to this information. They want us to be suppressed, be fearful, be in control, because they feed off of that. So the sooner we can wake up and realize this as a collective, as a whole, the better off we're going to be, because we can create anything. We are creators. We can create our reality. We can heal. It's just amazing. So I don't want to sit here and ramble. I just want to give you some background. I guess if I need to clarify more or anything like that, or any questions, you can put them in the comments, and I might be able to clarify for you a little bit more. But you got to look at all the seemingly negative things that have happened in your life, and they could be absolutely terrible. We got to start looking at them as they were a guide or a juncture to get us to where, to get you to where you are today, on the proper path, on a positive path. So we got to look at the good things in it and move forward and create an amazing reality for ourselves. So, man, that's all I got to say about that. I guess if hopefully that clarifies it a little bit. I hope I didn't ramble too much. Again, look at Charlie Zeiss's website, stargatepyramids.com, and use Ropes and Wings 10 to get a 10% discount on his PVC pyramids. They can be used for anything: meditation, prayer, any amount of time you can spend in a pyramid or sacred geometry structure is going to assist and help focus the energy that's all around us to put the body into an environment or a place where it can take care of healing and fixing things. Yeah, I think in the beginning of this video, I had said that the human body basically is a new body. We have a new body every 3 to 5 years, if I'm correct. And I think it's even as low as 3 years, but so it's a brand new body. And what happens and causes disease is the traumas in our past that are brought forward and the blockages. And we remove that fear. We remove those blockages. We remove and accept and forgive those traumas, and we can move forward, and the body has an environment to heal. So now, that being said, I think I'll leave you with this, and hopefully it wasn't too long, and hopefully it gives you a bit of insight about where we're going and what we're trying to do, or what I'm trying to do, and what Michael Capps and Mike Tilley and I are trying to do with these shows, to try to bring information and histories that were suppressed to keep us from realizing what and who we actually are. So have a good one. Love you all, and we'll talk soon.